Yes. Hello everyone on this module about the VAT and how to manage your VAT when you sell on Amazon Europe. And today I'm with our partner, with Guillermo, who is actually from Spain. He's working with us for already a couple of years or more, helping all of our clients to declare, to register, and fully manage the VAT. So, Guillermo, thank you very much for joining. How are you doing today? And yeah, maybe just a few words from your side.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for your presentation. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. It's a fantastic opportunity to collaborate with you guys. I think this module is very important for e-commerce sellers. VAT is a fantastic topic, and for sure there's some important rules and notices that the e-commerce sellers needs to know about VAT. So today's VAT agenda, we're going to talk about VAT. We're going to also introduce what is VAT, the types of um, VAT rates, knowing how to get VAT registered in every European Union country, and mostly all of uh, all of the information that is needed for the e-commerce seller, for Amazon sellers to be compliant with the VAT. And for today's module, I would like to introduce what is the VAT. VAT is a tax that is based on sales and is for consumption. So every is payable in every sales of goods or services within the territory of the European Union, and also in other countries or jurisdictions like United Kingdom and other places. Basically, businesses don't have to pay the VAT. I mean, businesses can deduct the VAT, so the real taxpayer is the final consumer. So the people who is purchasing or a product or obtaining a service. So basically the end consumer. And
Yeah,
this is
and
this is
I just want to say, yeah, that before we also jump more into this, it's just very important that you maybe also look at our previous presentation about logistics, where we speak about logistics and we say that VAT is a must to have, especially if you want to ship your products to Amazon FBA. But yeah, I'm just probably going to the first slide, and here you can, yeah, continue the presentation and speak on what is the VAT.
yeah.
Sorry.
Um, so as I said, VAT is a tax payable for end consumers. It depends on the country. The VAT rate may vary depending on maybe it's, for example, in the minimum VAT rate in the European Union is 15%, and the highest VAT rate at this moment is Hungary, in about 27%. So it depends on the country, and there's slightly differences between countries. Uh, there's also some rules for taxation. There's a general VAT rate that is a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 70, uh, 7, 7, 27. Sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 27%. And there is also, depending on the products that you sell, there could be a reduced rate. It could be a zero rated rate, and also 5%, 7%. It depends on the country. Basically, in general speaking, when we are talking about VAT, there's some general obligations. For example, Amazon sellers must know that when they are registered for Amazon services, so if they are selling in Amazon, they must comply with the VAT, and this means that they must get registered in some countries. For example, if they are holding a stock in a particular country, the seller must get a VAT number in that country, and also it's very important for them to charge VAT accordingly or properly. Because for example, if you're doing a sale in Spain, you must charge a 21% of VAT. And if you are selling in Germany, you must charge 19% of VAT. So basically, when you are selling on Amazon, you must tell, or you must set your tax settings in your account in order to charge VAT properly to each to each
To jurisdiction. Yeah.
customer. Well, and there's some information that might be needed by each Amazon seller. For example, every Amazon seller doing business and selling through Amazon, they should ask themselves how might VAT affect their business. And this is very important because VAT might affect in different ways. For example, the VAT could affect to the margin of profit that the seller is earning on each sale if this seller is not applying the VAT properly. As we said before, if you are selling in Spain and you are charging, for example, 15% of VAT, when the real applicable VAT rate is 21%, you are losing 6% of each sale on taxes. So that's a very good point, and this is something that you must be aware of. Also, when when the seller is selling through Amazon, well, it, they have to comply with registrations, I mean, with VAT obligations. And if they don't comply with these obligations, Amazon could cancel or freeze their account. And this is particularly uh, uh, problematic or traumatic when you are trying to do sales and earn some money. And for example, there's other things that must need to be into consideration. For example, the tax burden could be increased when the e-seller is not setting up their VAT obligations properly. So this means that they could have some problems to deduct VAT on their purchases, and that's not very good. And for sure, one of the most common things or obligations that are very or frequently traumatic for e-commerce sellers is when they are late on VAT payments or they failure to submit VAT returns on time. So this could lead them to high penalties and And well, we have to be aware of these obligations. Otherwise, you could put your business in risk.
Yeah, and we saw also a big fines sometimes in the market, or even to us when we are doing the late payments. They're maybe like not so big when they're late payments, but there still are. And of course, each authority is very careful seeing like if the VAT is paid, and sometimes doing some different audits. And therefore, you really need to have a good tax advisor, or at least a person accountant who can declare and who can know all these rules when you sell on Amazon. I can say from my experience working with Amazon for the last 8 years, even before Inos was established 5 years ago, worked quite a lot with Amazon VAT services. And as you might already heard, it's a very not so trustworthy service, since the replies might be very late. They don't do anything additional if the government requesting some information. So you still need to pay for some of the things, even though they're providing majority of their services for free. It's a very bad service in general. So always been looking for a great tax advisor or like accountant who can declare taxes for the sellers.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's very important point, and yeah, we are looking many sellers that are not very happy with Amazon VAT services because they don't get an answer, or they don't reply in time. So there's some improvements that uh, they should implement. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I go to the next slide maybe and speak about knowing about the registration a bit
Yeah,
more?
yeah, that's this is a very important slide. To be honest, is for Amazon sellers, I would say that is the most important slide to understand, because there's different ways to sell on Amazon. Uh, there's the most familiar, the most popular is the pan-European FBA, when you can hold the stock in all the warehouses of Amazon, and sell from those warehouses to your final clients. In such case, you must get VAT registered in each European Union country where you are holding stock in. This is the most popular for big companies, and there's many things to be aware of. For example, you have to or the seller must comply with each jurisdiction with must comply with each VAT regulations and for each jurisdiction. So if you are using FBA, you must comply with the legislation in France, Germany, Italy, Spain. So everywhere where you are holding stock. So it's not just to comply with VAT in the European Union. It's to comply with all the internal legislation in each European Union country where you are holding stock. So you must submit VAT returns in each country, submit the invoices or issue the invoices according to the legislation of uh, every country, and for sure there's many other obligations, because sometimes uh, these Amazon sellers are moving stock from one country to another. So this means that there are many inter-community transactions involved, and sometimes these inter-community transactions must be uh, reported to each tax agency. So basically, the VAT obligations are higher than other cases. So if I were selling in pan-European FBA, I would try to get the best bad advisor as possible, because it's very important to be compliant. There's also another obligation like intrastat, that is movement of goods between countries, generally for customs, but is only informative report, but it's very important for those sellers to be compliant with all the regulations, and for sure in this case there's a lot to be aware of, and you have to monitor your sales in order to check if you have an obligation to submit intrastat returns, or if you have intercommunity sales list to submit, and
And sorry and for interrupting. It's called ECSL list, if
the,
you remember, where you can actually see all the transactions that are happening in different countries. And there is also, of course, the second one that you are speaking about is a movement of goods, where Amazon is actually storing your goods, as you can see on the picture in the left. And both of these reports are available on Amazon, so you can download them and of course, later see how to provide it to different country if you need to, also in case of audit. But it's just interesting to say that it's also great to see for marketing purposes, where are your sales, where are your stock. For sales, sometimes you can have stock only in like pan EU, but sales are happening in Austria, Poland, and Czech, and maybe you're soon reaching the threshold there. Or also movement of goods, see how close you are to the end consumers in each country, and maybe you don't have, right now so much stock in Spain, let's say, but there are a lot of Spain customers that you know that are, and you have a good revenue there. So just interesting data to look once in a while, also for marketing purposes.
Exactly, Mark, you're right, and that is very good information for marketing purposes, and also for the business. Yeah, there's some reports that you can download from Amazon account where you can see all this information. But the thing is that the bad advisor also needs to know where to go to get that information. So because otherwise Amazon is providing so much information that if you are not very uh, familiar with the Amazon um, um, utilities or Amazon settings, you can, lose a lot of time without getting the real information. But yeah,
Do you remember from back of your head where you can get the reports, for example, for the movement of goods in Sell Central, or how you get the reports for ESSL?
you have to go inside and just go to the report, and also you have to provide some information, for example, for FC transfers, because movements are related as FC transfers on the VAT returns of in Amazon, and you have to provide, for example, the cost of each or the cost or the price of each item in order to get the real information for those transactions. So so even though Amazon is doing a great job because everything is on the platform, you have sometimes to fill some information, and also uh, to know, to have the expertise to know how to get the information. In this pan-European FBA, well, there's the main thing is that you have to get VAT registered in every European Union country where you are holding stock. And also, for sure, you have to submit VAT returns, comply with your payments on time, and everything. But for those who are maybe starting selling on Amazon and don't want to, use pan-European FBA, and because there is maybe it's too much for them. There's a single VAT registration number. It's a beer and or call stock is it's like a new way to make sales on Amazon. This is particularly great for new sellers because this program allows them to sell in four countries, is Spain, France, Germany, and Italy, with one single VAT number. So basically, if you are, for example, from Spain or from France, you can use this program and sell with the general um, um, seamless um, um, how to say it, um, with the
Like,
fees. I mean, with all the uh, advantages of Amazon FBA, but with just one single VAT number. And this is because you are using your single VAT number, and Amazon is buying your goods on your behalf or on behalf of the client. So basically, when they send the product to another warehouse in France or Germany or Italy, they are buying your product, and they are selling it to the final customer. So basically, you are not doing the sale directly to the end consumer or the buyer. You just are selling the product to Amazon, and Amazon is also uh, doing the last sale to the end consumer. So basically, in these cases, the Amazon seller is not charging VAT at all, because it would be considered as intercommunity transaction between business to business. I mean, as a seller to Amazon, and there is a movement of goods between one European country and another one. So there's a VAT exemption for that transaction. And in the last transaction, Amazon is charging VAT of the destination country, and is complying with the VAT regulations in such country.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, well, success is something that we usually, I would say, recommend or just see that most of the companies they already have. And should I go to the next slide and maybe uh, if you can cover as well some of the information on importing and also the thresholds? I think here we mentioned about this as well.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about the earliest slide just a second, because
Hmm.
I would like to mention something about uh, the European fulfillment network. In the program European fulfillment network, yeah, there's one country involved, and there's some movement of goods. I mean, you are established, for example, in Spain, and you're doing sales to France or to Italy or to another European Union country. In such cases, what we recommend is to apply for the one-stop shop scheme. This scheme allows you to sell within the European Union country, but just staying compliant in your country of establishment. So in this picture, you can see that the seller is established in Spain, is doing sales to and Germany and to Italy. So in such cases, the Amazon seller would be charging VAT of the destination countries, and then there would be paying this VAT collected from the customers to their internal, their own country, for example, in Spain. So there would be reporting in Spain VAT return, and it would be paying the German VAT and Italian VAT,
Yeah,
and that's the way it works.
yeah. And should I go here, right
Yeah,
now? Yeah, let's
yeah.
go.
Well, and another way to well, there's another one's pictures here. There's For example, when there's a non-European Union established companies doing sales in the European Union, for example, if the seller is established in the UK and is doing sales to Spain or France or whatever, uh, and through Amazon, well, these sellers must get VAT registered in the European Union, basically in the country where the import is taking place. For example, in this example is the product is coming from UK to Spain, and then from Spain is transported to France. So or sell it to through Amazon to France. So basically, in these cases, when you are doing an import in the European Union, you must get a VAT number. Also, you must get an EORI number. This is necessary to be able of doing imports in the European Union. There's only one number of EORI within the European Union, and it allows you to import goods in the European Union. And in the second picture, we can see a special regime that is called IOS. This scheme uh, born in 2021 and comes to simplify all the obligations for small e-commerce sellers. So basically, when goods are valued up to 150 euros, the European Union, well, they they think that those sellers are not necessary to get VAT registered in the European Union. But there's two ways to to act here. You can apply for iOS as a scheme. In such case, you would need to get identified in one European Union member, and then you would be paying taxes for all your sales in such country. For example, British Amazon, well, not exactly Amazon because this wouldn't be for Amazon sellers, but if there's an online seller that is doing sales to the European Union, well, they could charge VAT from the destination country, and then if they apply for iOS as a scheme, they will pay the VAT on each country in the country where this seller has been identified. So there's only one VAT number in one country, and only obligations in and in just one single country. And that's all.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I believe you cover most of the things on this slide. So maybe the most important filings reporting, how you can do this, and maybe some of the deadlines And you also have here, I probably maybe can, from your experience, to say which countries are looking a bit more in details at all the reporting and which not, and maybe some the most important things to know when you do the reporting.
Well, to be to be clear, well, it's not easy to answer these questions, but I would say that Spain is one of the most controversial countries. Spanish tax authorities always want uh, to get to impose some fines, or if you miss some deadlines, you get fine. So there's there's many ways uh, to be punished in Spain, but um, normally in general speaking, the majority of the tax jurisdictions are very reliable. They set some deadlines for VAT returns. You can find some jurisdictions where the VAT returns must be filled quarterly. There are another ones that could be monthly, but the information is always the same. Is the best thing, because you just have to download your report from Amazon, calculate your VAT to be paid in each jurisdiction, and then fulfill your obligations by submitting the VAT return and pay the VAT return to each tax agency. So what I would say here is that the most important thing is to have a clear mind vision of your deadlines, to report all the VAT that you must pay, and and also to um, to monitor and to handle all the obligations in terms to be VAT compliant. There's, for example, the intercommunity transfers, lots of information that is very important. You must um, you must submit the information of intercommunity transactions, not only if you are, doing movement of goods between countries, but if you are receiving also services from Amazon Europe, from Amazon advertising. So basically, you have to take all of this into consideration and report it in the in the VAT returns. Also, periodic payments are needed to be done. And one of the most important things for the future is always keeping your records, because maybe, for example, we are now in 2024, but when the tax agency comes to ask for for some past transactions, you must have all the information. So you must keep your records from at least 4 or 5 years. So this is very important. You cannot say to the tax agency, I don't know, I don't have your my report of sales, because you could be punished and get some fine for that. So it's very important to be compliant. And and also, well, there's some Amazon VAT calculation services, but we all know that, well, there aren't very popular at this time, because the the companies or the providers that are doing this job, there's no very trustworthy or reliable on information. So is
It's a big giants who are doing the declarations. Unfortunately, not always they're doing their job accurate. But it's bad maybe for the small sellers. But once you grow, I think it's important to keep to have a good track of it.
Yeah, yeah. I had a call this week or last week from a potential client. You know, he was compliant. He was complaining about the VAT Amazon services because they don't get any answer. I mean, they just send a query and they don't know anything. It seems that they don't uh, they aren't compliant in Germany, and this is very complex situation for them. You know, it's like you
Yeah,
need to be compliant, and you need to be to have the guarantee that you are doing things properly.
exactly. Yeah, yes. But there are other tools which, for example, calculates invoicing for the B2B. So it's automatic option for Amazon to on all the B2B orders to
Yeah,
make the invoices, which is nice. I think it's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the
That's
automated things that Amazon is offering.
Yeah, and also it's very good to know that when you need an invoice, you can go inside the platform and take the invoice from the list. So at least, well, you have some automatic, you know,
Mm,
uh, tools that are very popular and very good for the company. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, thanks a lot. I think this is the one of the last slides, and avoiding some of the pitfalls, maybe some of the notes from you, Guillermo, on this.
Yeah, I would say that the best way to proceed when you are doing business on Amazon, I would say to hire a bad advisor or a partner like Ineos in Amazon uh, to take care of the VAT regulations or VAT obligations because Amazon sellers must know or must count with somebody that knows how Amazon works, and 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 it's very important because uh, first of all they are not well they can but uh, they could maybe lose tons of time trying to figure out the VAT, and maybe also if they are trying to figure out, maybe they don't get the real numbers of the VAT. So that would be a problem, and and for sure, if I can see in our experience, we can see many accounting firms that they don't know anything about Amazon. So basically, when they want to uh, to declare something, they are asking all the time. So they are not giving answers or solutions. They are asking more questions because they don't know how to solve it. So it's not worth it. And for the last time, one of the best problems when you are selling on Amazon is ignoring or delaying your VAT registration because well sometimes we well we delay it and maybe we do it later, and maybe we have some problems with declarations, late payments, VAT registrations. So basically, this means that the tax agency will impose a fine or something like that to not comply with the VAT legislation. And well. even though we have to declare everything in time and good. If we can, avoid these mistakes, that would be great, because I would say that these three are the most common pitfalls on VAT. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, one more time, I think to conclude it all, just to say that simplify your VAT and compliance, of course, is very important. Think if you feel that you need help, you can also reach out to us, or please just give us a feedback. What do you think about this? Maybe we should make a course on explaining more in depth how to make a reporting, different tax offices, and etc. Provide more information. It's also possible. So more waiting for the feedback from your side. Again, this presentation, if you didn't watch presentation about logistics, as it's quite relevant to each other, two different topics, but important to know when you sell in Europe. And yeah, thanks a lot, Guillermo. I think we covered today most of the things. One more time, thank you for this presentation, and we will see how people react, and then maybe get back to them as well.
Right. Thank you too for the opportunity to be with you here, explaining how VAT works, and hopefully this presentation gets real well with the clients, and let's see if in the future we can also do some easygoing presentation for explaining VAT in detail for Amazon sellers. Yeah.
Some collaboration as well. Yes, thank you, and bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.